Welcome to This Explainer. So today we're going to investigate a bizarre, everyday medical mystery that honestly we all experience, usually without even giving it a second thought. I want you to take a step back for a second and really think about what actually happens to your body when you find something highly amusing. Imagine going to a doctor and telling them that you frequently start baring your teeth, your breathing completely changes, you get this sudden localized muscle weakness and aching, and sometimes you just involuntarily start crying. Well, they'd probably be incredibly concerned, right? But if you really think about it, it's actually super odd that an undeniably positive experience causes such strange, almost alarming physical symptoms. I mean, spasms, weakness, and tears, it's kind of wild.
Which naturally leads us to a pretty massive core question. Why exactly do we do this bizarre thing called laughter? Seriously, what possible purpose does it serve to totally lose control of your body just because you heard a good joke? Okay, let's dive right into this and uncover the evolutionary and biological secrets behind why our bodies react this way to something funny.
Section 1. The bizarre biology of laughing, decoding the physical spasms. To kick off our investigation, we first need to understand the actual physiological mechanics of what happens to your body during a chuckle. It breaks down into this really fascinating three-step biological process. Step 1, your abdominal muscles begin to contract super rapidly. Then, step 2, because of those contractions, your breathing patterns get all altered, which actually increases the pressure inside your chest cavity. And finally, step 3, all of that built-up pressure pushes air out of your body audibly. It might emerge as a snort, a wheeze, or just a really loud vocalization. Now, because this whole process exerts your abdominal muscles much more than you normally would while just talking, this is exactly why your sides physically start to hurt when you crack up. Your muscles are getting a massive, totally unexpected workout.
But the biology gets even stranger than that. Laughter actually inhibits your reflexes and your overall muscle control. And this brilliantly illustrates why you might experience strange sensations like sudden leg weakness when you laugh uncontrollably. So no, you aren't imagining it. Your muscles are quite literally losing their normal tension and reflex capabilities in that exact moment.
Section 2. Giggling rats and ancient apes. The evolutionary roots. 65. That is the incredible number of species, mostly mammals, but incredibly also some birds, that scientists have actually documented vocalizing during social play. So yeah, we are far from the only creatures on Earth who do this.
Since ancient bones simply don't tell us who had a good sense of humor, scientists actually had to look to the animal kingdom to figure out where this whole thing came from. And in this major late 90s discovery, researchers using ultrasonic recorders captured rats basically giggling while they were being tickled by the scientists. It is such an amazing piece of evidence. And moving closer to our own family tree, by recording primates during rough and tumble play, researchers realized that our ancient ape ancestors definitely did something very similar. And why did they do it? Well, to clearly signal friendly, non-aggressive intent while wrestling around. It's essentially a way of saying, hey, we're just playing, guys, this isn't a real fight.
Let's look at how this builds over evolutionary history. We start off with those ancient ape ancestors using laughter during rough and tumble play to signal friendly intent. But as you know, humans don't just laugh when we wrestle. We laugh when we're amused, surprised, confused, or honestly, even when we're just nervous. So as humans split from other great apes and developed much larger social groups, laughter really expanded its functions. Finally, with the development of complex language, laughter became embedded directly within our speech. We began using it to convey super subtle meanings and a huge range of emotional contexts.
Section 3. The social superpower of laughter. Connection and broadcast. Beyond just those physical spasms we talked about, laughter evolved into a deeply powerful social tool. I mean, have you ever wondered why laughter is so incredibly contagious? Why hearing someone else cracking up makes you want to laugh too? Well, contagious laughter functions as a literal invitation to share in someone's emotional state. Just hearing clips of it activates key regions in your brain, triggering you to smile or laugh yourself because it is quite literally a biological invitation to share joy. Your brain is hardwired to accept that invitation. To prove just how incredibly social this behavior really is, researchers conducted this fascinating study. They had participants watch a funny video alone and then watch a funny video with another person present. And the results? They were staggering. Participants in the study laughed significantly longer and much more often when someone else was present, even if their reported amusement level was exactly the same in both scenarios. So you are basically performing this action for the benefit of the person sitting right next to you.
And it's absolutely designed to be highly noticeable. Human laughter is generally much louder than the play vocalizations of most animals. Why is that? because it acts as a broadcast to everyone around us, signaling our social dynamics. This broadcast system is so sophisticated that studies have found even 5-month-old babies across the world can reliably distinguish close friends from mere acquaintances just by hearing brief clips of them laughing together. I mean, really think about that for a second. Human laughter acts as a loud broadcast system to those around us, and it's so advanced that even tiny infants can use it to map out the social bonds in their environment.
Section 4. Spotting a fake laugh. The brain's dual pathways.
Now, because it is such an important broadcast, humans have actually developed the ability to tell a real laugh from a fake one, based purely on sound. What's truly fascinating here is that fake or volitional laughter and spontaneous real laughter are actually produced in entirely different networks within your brain. They are biologically distinct actions. We all know the difference between that polite, forced chuckle and a sudden, unexpected belly laugh, right?
So here's how it works. Fake laughter relies on our modern, speech-like brain pathways. You are consciously constructing that sound. But spontaneous laughter? That arises from much older brain networks, literally the exact same networks that other animals use for their vocalizations. So when you force a polite chuckle for a coworker, you're using modern speech pathways. But when a real belly laugh hits you out of nowhere, it triggers the ancient animal networks deep within your brain, totally bypassing your conscious control.
Section 5. The best medicine. Health benefits of cracking up. Okay, so we know it's a bizarre physical reflex, and we know it's this incredibly complex evolutionary social tool. But is laughter truly the best medicine? Well, let's look at the chemistry. A good laugh fundamentally alters your brain chemistry. When you laugh, your brain releases feel-good neurotransmitters like endorphins, which gives you that great sensation. But at the exact same time, it actually decreases the levels of stress hormones in your body, like cortisol. You are quite literally flooding yourself with endorphins while cutting down your stress hormones all at once. And the real-world impact of this chemistry is pretty profound. Research suggests that these chemical shifts mean frequent laughers are literally better equipped to handle life's everyday stresses while simultaneously protecting their hearts. So better coping mechanisms and better cardiovascular health are direct results of this bizarre spasming reflex. How cool is that? Ultimately, laughter is just this beautiful, universal human behavior. I mean, it is so deeply hardwired into who we are that babies can do it before they can even speak a single word. It's an innate behavior that brings us together, strengthens our social bonds, and honestly just makes life incredibly more tolerable. So it's amazing for your health and your social bonds. Well, with one highly specific exception. There's an old saying that goes, you can't go wrong with a good laugh. Unless you have a broken rib or something, then it's no laughing matter. And it's true. Because of those rapid abdominal muscle contractions and the massive chest cavity pressure we talked about back in step 1, if you do happen to have a broken rib, laughing is absolutely nothing to crack up about. We've journeyed all the way from ticklish rats to the ancient animal networks buried deep inside our own brains. Laughter really isn't just a reflex. It's a profound biological invitation to connect with each other. So, as you go about your day today, try to pay attention to the laughs around you. Are they ancient, spontaneous broadcasts of joy, or just those modern, polite pathways at work? And more importantly, who will you share an invitation to laugh with today? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.